All right. Hello. My name is Heiko Rommel, and I'm a PM in the speech and language team in Microsoft. And our group provides the core speech capabilities and services for both the first-party and third-party users. And so thanks for joining this session. In today's talk, I want to give you an overview of the broad range of the speech capabilities that we have and how we're making it easier and faster for you to integrate these by taking you through two scenarios that I know a lot of you are interested in. So this slide shows you a high-level overview of the various core services that you can leverage to incorporate speech technology into your products and services. Speech-to-text allows you to transcribe speech both in a batch and in an interactive way. And for text-to-speech, we have a range of capabilities, including near-human quality neural TTS that gives your apps a lifelike speech output. By combining these two services seamlessly with translation, we can enable you to offer voice-in and voice-out translation across a wide range of languages. And lastly, our speaker ID technology lets you leverage diarization to separate speakers in a conversation or identify a user from a group of enrolled users so that you can personalize their experience or to use that as an additional authentication factor. All of these services are easily accessible through our Speech SDK. And as you we'll see in a little later, we also offer a device SDK, which you can leverage to create, in particular, ambient devices that are optimized for speech interactions. Now, we don't only offer our services on Azure, but also we have the ability to let you run Docker containers of our services in your data center on-premise in case you have scenarios that have limited connectivity or that, for policy reasons, need to run in your data center. All of these services are offered across a range of languages, and we also have our portal called Speech Studio that lets you customize these models so they work well for your scenario. Now, we know that your apps and services run across a wide range of devices and operating systems, and that your expertise might lie in a particular set of one of the wide variety of programming languages. And so our Speech SDK meets you where you are. It can be a bit daunting to get started, but we're trying to make it easy to find the information that you need to get going. So we have our landing page for the speech services on azure.com, where you can find out about our services and scenarios. We have revamped our documentation to make it easier to find information, including quick starts and tutorials that let you get going very quickly in a particular scenario. And we redesigned our speech customization portal, Speech Studio, to make it easier to customize your models, and we're expanding it to include new functionality we'll take a closer look at later. Now, we're not only adding features to our services, but we're continuing to improve the accuracy of our existing locales across a broad set of scenarios and domains. And we're adding, for speech-to-text, new locales, which brings our total for speech-to-text to 39 languages. As you can see, it's primarily Indian languages and Arabic languages. So what else is new? Well, there are the first three things I'm actually going to talk a bit more about later in the talk. So let's just focus on the last three here. The first of those is custom speech with Office 365 data. This is going to be available. This is now available in public preview. And so what does that let you do? Well, you can, through a couple of quick settings, enable us to run a machine process that is completely eyes-off and compliant, that runs in your tenant and creates a custom language model from the data that you have. So this includes things like person names, the jargon that you talk about, project names, and things like that. And so with that, if you have, for example, a meeting that you want to transcribe automatically, when people use names and project names and other jargon, we can recognize this accurately for you because we can adapt it to the jargon you use. The next thing that we're announcing is the general availability of language detection. Now, this is a capability that doesn't use text to figure out what language it is, but the spoken phrases that a user is saying. And so this is particularly useful for machine translation scenarios, where imagine you have two people speaking to a translation device or in the translation app, and instead of having to push a button to switch back and forth between the two languages, they can just speak the language and we automatically detect it and switch it for them. Lastly, we've had speech Docker containers available as a gated preview for a while already, and we have a number of customers that are already using it. But we've expanded the support of languages now to cover all of the speech-to-text and text-to-speech languages that are available on Azure. The 9 new languages that I just mentioned earlier are going to be added shortly. And we also are now supporting custom speech-to-text and text-to-speech models to be used with Docker containers as well. So with that overview, I want to now focus on a couple of use cases that we know you're interested in, because when we were talking to you at the booth, there are a number, the vast majority of you asked about them. The first one is around call center transcription and automation. We actually had a talk on Wednesday about this by my colleague Panos, and if you missed it, I'm sure it's available on demand, so go check it out. And the other one is around custom voice agents. So let's dive into the first one. So we have a number of customers that are using call center transcription, and they come from a variety of industries. So as a couple of examples, Allstate is using call center transcription to transcribe insurance claim calls that are coming into their call center. And because they have the transcript, they can contextualize and capture the information that the callers come in, their policyholders are providing right when they call in the first time. And so they don't have to re-ask for information repeatedly in subsequent calls. Now, this allows them to reduce the call time of calls for their call center agents, and more importantly, it makes it much more customer-friendly and improves customer satisfaction as callers don't have to repeat the same information over and over. Now, Allstate is transcribing a large volume of calls, something like 500 calls a minute using our service, and it's increasing. And so that's one key thing that we're able to handle for them. The other thing is that they don't have to go back and do any kind of editing on the transcript. The accuracy of the transcript is good enough that they can just use it as is. Another example is KPMG, which is in the financial services industry, and they monitor calls of traders on the floor to make sure that they are compliant, and also to extract information and do analytics on the kind of trades that are happening. So there's quite a range of benefits that you can derive from call center transcription. Anything from corporate compliance, making sure that agents are providing the information to the callers that they're asked to provide and that they're following the script that they're supposed to follow, to general KPIs of like how good are my agents doing, are they taking care of my customers, to extracting nuggets of information around like, what are good conversations or what are bad conversations, and I can use those for training because I can just pull out the transcript from those. We can also detect customer sentiment by doing that through the text analytics service. And so you can tell when a call goes bad and the customer is really upset, or you might even be able to detect it before they even talk to the agent and give the agent a heads up like this is a customer that seems to be already unhappy. And lastly, you can get product insights into the call from the calls that people make. So for example, if you launch a new product and customers call in about it and they have certain problems, you can see that there's a pickup in those calls, and you can extract the most frequently asked questions. So there are sort of 4 features and areas that we're really focused on making sure that they're great. One is accuracy, as I mentioned before. We have good accuracy for phone calls, etc. We can do diarization, meaning separating out what the call center agent says from what the caller is saying. And we have a broad range of languages that we're supporting. Scale is important and speed is important, so being able to transcribe these calls quickly and doing it in an optimized way so that you can run hundreds of calls through quickly is important. Compliance, the fact that we're not keeping any logs of the audio, we're not using the data that is coming in to improve our models, we don't look at any of that, is also a key feature. And then we have some enhanced capabilities around being able to handle audio when it comes from multiple channels. So if the agent and the caller are separated, for example, as I mentioned, sentiment analysis and the overall automation of this. And Panos actually in his talk, if you want to check it out, did a demo of a sample that he provided where he has a script that sets up all the resources that you need for call center transcription for you. And with that, all you need to do is drop some audio files into an Azure Blob Store that you've set up, and it will automatically start picking those up and providing you transcripts for them. So it's really easy to get started. All right, with that, let's move on to custom voice agents. So a number of companies that we're working with are looking for being able to have voice interactions with their customers. They're across a wide range of industries, like media and entertainment, hospitality, automotive, call centers, as we just talked about, for call automation, etc. And they're using this across a wide range of devices. Unfortunately, I realized that the pictures don't show up, but okay. So it could be phones, PCs, speaker devices, something that's built into a TV or a cable box, you name it, even from a web page as well. And all of these companies are looking for their own branded experience, a thing where their brand is up front and center and is not hidden behind somebody else's brand when you go like through a speaker device and have to ask for a skill, for example. And they want to provide tailored experiences in the domains that is their expertise. So if you're a coffee shop, maybe you want to be able to let people order coffee. Or if you're a media company, you want to make it easy for you to find movies and entertainment. And they want to have control of their data and insights. They don't want other people looking at their stuff. And so we can provide all of these. And so let me walk through that now. So In this area, we're trying to make it easy for you to get started, make it so that you can customize it to your needs. And again, we want to make sure it's your data and you can derive your insights from it. And so, as we had on the previous slide already, we announced the general availability of the direct line speech channel for bot framework. This makes it easy if you have a bot framework-based bot to add speech capabilities to it. So as you can see on this diagram here, through the speech SDK, we can take audio in from a microphone, and then in the channel, we do things like speech recognition and keyword verification for you. The result is automatically passed onto the assistant, where it uses language understanding to derive intent and entities. And then when the response comes back from the bot, we automatically do speech synthesis for it as well. And so this makes it easy. All you have to do with your bot is to go where the channel registry is for your bot. You enable the direct line speech channel, and you have to do a couple of other steps because it's a new streaming protocol that we're using to make it fast. And so you enable that, and then you can integrate it using our speech SDK. And we have a sample app that you can run on PC where you can quickly try it out. And so another piece that is really important here is that because of the co-location of services and the integration that we're doing here, we're making the interaction really fast so that when a user stops speaking, they get a response very quickly, because for speech interactions, that is a very important characteristic. You can't let the user wait because they don't know what's going on. Now, another area where we're working on making it easier for you to get started is if you want to build your own device for speech input, in particular around ambient devices like speakers and stuff like that. So on the left, the most basic piece is we can provide you with specs and tools so that when you build a device, you can make sure that it works really well for our speech service. Here you have complete flexibility about how you're building this. The next one is we have development boards that you can start using right away and experiment with, and then figure out how you take the components that are here and build them into your own design and in your own case. In some cases, we've also seen that customers already have some compute device like a Raspberry Pi or a Jetson on a board or a tablet or a whole bunch of different options here. And all they're looking for is just being able to plug in a microphone that they know is good. And so we're now offering shortly here these USB microarrays that you simply can just plug into these devices and then use together with our speech SDK, which will do the audio processing, etc. And then lastly, a new thing that we're working on and which we'll make available soon through a partner that we're working with is a white label speaker device that is ready to go. And you can ask that to be customized. You can change the color, put some logos on it, but you don't have to design the device up from scratch. It works with our services, and you can order a bunch of them and deploy them very quickly. And so if you go from the left to the right, basically the time to market is significantly reduced. If you just go with a white labeled speaker, it's very quick. So with that, we get to the next thing, which is custom commands. This is now in public preview. Another area where we see a lot of interest is around building command and control scenarios with voice. And we're wanting to make it really easy for you to get going with that. And so with that, actually, let me show you a demo of that. So I have here one of our white labeled speaker devices, a prototype of that. I'm going to set it right here. It starts up. I put it here a little angle, so I hope you can see it and see the lights that are on there. And so what this does is, if I switch over to the other screen real quick, we have a room here that I want to control some devices in, like the lights or the temperature and stuff like that. And so let me just show you what I can do. Computer, turn on all the lights.
Okay, turning all the lights on.
So you see those two lights that are there in the room got turned on. It was very quick in responding to me. And so let me actually show you how we built this. So as I mentioned, we have our Speech Studio side, which has the things for like custom speech here and also custom voice. But then we have a new area called custom commands. And so if I go over to that one, here we have our dialog for a room control demo. And so the first thing you see on the left is that we have a number of commands, like turning things on and off, getting some help, setting the temperature, opening and closing some stuff. And so if we then drill into the turn on and off thing, what you see is the first thing I specify is a bunch of sample sentences. What are the things that people can say? And you see that those green things here are some parameters. So I have like on and off, I have the device, I have some qualifier on the devices, and I can just write these sentences here and make them a parameter. And so if we look at one of these parameters, for example, the device, we can look at that here. And the first thing we notice is that this required checkbox is checked. And this basically tells the system that I need to have this information before I can complete the task. Obviously, I need to know what device I want to control. And if it doesn't know what device it is, here's a prompt to ask for it. So I can just specify that here. Now, if I move on, this parameter is of type string. I could also have number and a couple of others, like date. And it's a list of strings here. And I have TV, I have the AC, and I have the lights. And so I can just specify those here. And then I have a HTTP endpoint that I can create, which is the thing that actually does the controlling of the lights. So that's the thing that I call in order to make things happen. And I can just pass the parameters into that. And then the last thing I have here is that when I actually have all the information, what should I do? There's a prompt here, and I can do some parameterization of that. And then I'm also going to call this endpoint so that it actually controls the devices. So that's all I've specified here. Now let's see what happens if I say a sentence like this one down here, where I actually don't specify a parameter at all. Computer, control the device.
Which device do you want to control?
The room light.
Do you want to turn the lights on or off?
Actually make that the TV.
Do you want to turn the TV on or off?
Turn it on.
Okay, turning the TV on.
Okay, so there were a number of things that happened here that we should unpack. So the first thing that you notice is that I could just naturally say things. I didn't have to, just say on or off. I could say turn it on. I could. The next thing was that it automatically asked me for all the information. I didn't have to write this dialogue explicitly out. it knew that there were things that are missing, and it was just asking me for them. And then there was a thing where I changed my mind. And even though it was asking me for what I wanted to do, I could just change what I was asking for, and it automatically handles all that. And so this makes for a very natural way of interacting with this dialogue. So if we go back to the site here, let's look at another example. So let's say I want to set the temperature here. Again, I have a bunch of sample sentences here, and I have a parameter. Again, it's required. I need to know what temperature I should set it to. And now this one is of type number, and down here, I actually have a minimum and maximum value specified for it. So let's see what happens. Let me switch back to the room before I forget. So, computer, set the temperature to 85 degrees.
I can only set between 68 and 80 degrees. What temperature would you like?
Okay, then make it 80 degrees.
Okay, setting it to 80 degrees.
So I was out of bounds for what was specified here. It again asked me to, told me that what the range was automatically, and I could just provide another value very quickly. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to cover is, let's say I have here on the right, there are some blinds that I can open and close in the room, but I say it in a way that the system doesn't expect, so let's see what happens. Computer, close the curtains.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Okay, so, all right, it doesn't know what to do, but it's easy to fix. So let's just go over here. Let's go at our parameter, that is what it is that I'm controlling. And I'm scrolling down here. Okay, yes, so it only knows blinds and blind. Okay, let me edit that real quick. Let's make it easy. Okay, so I want curtains and curtain. And maybe shades. I am just going to save that. And I'm going to save it here and hit publish. And this may take a moment. And so we're just going to switch over to the room while it does that. And so what happens now is that in the background, it uses our Lewis technology to build a language understanding model. It republishes the service, and then I can use it. So let's try it out. Computer, close the curtains.
All right, closing the blinds.
Okay, so it did it there over on the right. The animation is a little subtle, but I hope you saw that. All right. So I now have a dialogue that is good and I'm happy with. So now, computer is maybe not the keyword I want, and we'll see what else we can customize. So the first thing I want to do is I want to change the keyword. And so in Speech Studio, one of the options that you have is to change the keyword here and build your own custom keyword. So all you need to do is go to this website, type in the keyword you want, and then add it, download it to the device, and use it with the Speech SDK. That gets you going with a basic keyword. As you see, this works pretty well, but we also are adding, in the future, we're planning to add some capability to let you further tune and customize the keyword, including providing some data to make it more accurate. And so the keyword that I've decided to choose here is Yohaiko, because I like that name, and that's my brand, and so we're going to try that out as the keyword. And then now I have a problem, though, because the voice that I was using is a woman's voice, and that doesn't really go with Heiko. So what I did is I actually went and created my own custom voice using our neural TTS technology. And so this is another thing that we're announcing, which is that we're now in a gated preview for our custom neural TTS. And I will explain why it's gated in a minute. And so what I did is I spent about 2 hours in an audio lab and recorded my voice. And then my colleagues in China that do the text-to-speech technology created a model for me. So let's just give it a try. So we're updating the speaker here to use my model. Give it a moment. Yohaiko, what can I say?
Hello, I am Heiko, your assistant. I can help you control the lights and set the temperature. Give it a try. Just say, Yohaiko, turn on the lights.
All right, so the lights are already on, so I'm going to try something else. Yohaiko, turn off the bathroom light.
Okay, turning off the bathroom light.
Okay. It didn't do it over here, but it did recognize it. All right, so let me talk to you a little bit more about the custom neural TTS voice. I must say I find it a little weird talking to myself and having my voice come back. I don't know about you. My kids are already interested in trying to figure out what they can do with all that. Maybe make me say stuff. So, and so that brings me to this slide, which I don't know why it's not showing. What happened? There we go. I was pushing the wrong button. That happens. So Eric Horowitz made this comment here, which I think is very apropos to this technology. So we take this very seriously. We realize that with great power comes great responsibility, and being able to create a voice that is that close to somebody with relatively little data, you have to treat carefully. And so we have an ethics team in our cognition org that we're part of, and we've spent a lot of time with them, and we're continuing to spend a lot of time with them to talk through questions like this. What is it that people should be able to use it for? What's the impact if people start using this? We think there are great examples of how you can use this technology for really cool use cases. I don't know if you saw in one of the previous talks this example of the Chinese school for the deaf that is using this to create content for their students. But at the same time, there are also impacts to people like the voice actors that are providing their voice for your products, right? And so one of the things that we're doing is we're making sure that they're educated when they sign a contract. So one of our requirements, if you want to use this technology, is that you give a document to your voice talent to make sure that they understand what this technology is and what it can be used for. And then in general, like, how are we going to shape the direction of the industry, because we're not the only ones that are working on neural TTS technology, and how can we set an example of how to use this? And so, as I mentioned, this is a gated preview because we've created an onboarding process to make sure that this is going to be used for the right ways, in the right ways. And so we have an application that we're asking customers to fill out. where we get information about like, what are you going to use it for? You know, who are you? What is the audience? You know, what do you think the user benefit is, and et cetera. And then this will be reviewed by our team together with our ethics team. And then if it is approved, then we have a business development contact that will work with you around the contract, because we want to make sure that there are certain stipulations around disclosure, et cetera, for example, or as I mentioned, that you make sure that the voice talent is aware of how this technology can be used. And then we will work with you on the development of this technology, including helping you with persona and voice design, making sure the training data is good, and testing and refining the model. And with that, I get to my last slide, which is around data and insights. So as I mentioned earlier, we don't log your data to improve our models. That's a standard policy by Azure Services. And so we can enable you to get the data and have it logged into your tenancy. But if we do that, then of course you should make sure that you respect things like GDPR. And so the things on the right is for the user. You know, those are Microsoft's principles around having control, transparency. You know, if we log data, there needs to be a benefit for the user, not just for us, et cetera. And so that's really an important point for us, that this is your data and nobody else looks at it, and you can then use it to derive your insights and understand your customers better. So with that, I'm towards the end here. I hope you can see from this talk that we're making it easier and faster for you to build speech experiences into your applications and services, and how we're making it possible for you to customize it so it's yours, it's your brand. And on the right, there's a bunch of resources from the previous slide of like how you get to our docs to get started. So thank you. Actually, I had one last thing. Yo, Heiko. See you later.
Thanks for attending the talk. I hope you found it to be informative. Please remember to fill out the evaluation. Thanks and goodbye.